Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, where today I'm going to be taking a look at this Koiss K519 5 metre digital tape measure, and it was very kindly sent to me by UpTech Instruments. As you can see, there's the link. All links will be included in the description down below in the video. Okay, so what do we have here then? It's a digital tape measure, as you can probably see just here. There's the packaging. Okay, let's get it out of the packaging and take a look at it. Okay, so here it is. We've got an array of buttons on the side. We've got the blade lock just here. Here's the little blade itself for the obviously, you know, for the measuring. Display on the top. And we have a little battery compartment underneath here as well. We also have two measuring datum points here. There's one here at the front of the tape measure itself, and there's also one at the back there too, as you can see. And what we have here is a 5 metre by 19 millimetre wide tape, steel. It's got a slightly matte finish to it, and we also have these interesting little marks here, and I believe these are to do with the digital readout on the top here. It must have a little sensor in there that can see these little marks. You can see they're all different, to tell the tape measure exactly where the tape is. The tape measure has a number of interesting features. We have two memories, so you can you don't have to write your measurements down anymore. You can just put them into the memory. You've got two measurements there, and a recall as well. We have inches and centimeters, so you can either read it in feet, inches, or centimeters. Here we are reading it in centimeters, feet and inches, inches with fractions, inches without the fractions, feet, and back to centimeters again. The arrow shown here means that the tape will be measuring from this front datum point here, and the arrow shown here means we will be measuring to the rear datum point. Here you can see the measurement from the front datum point. Press and hold the button, and now we can see the measurement from the rear datum point. It's just added the length of the tape measure. Here I am using the blade lock. When you pull the tape out, you can also read it down on the tape itself if you wish to, but you've also got a readout on the screen here, making it easier. And we can also hold the reading. We've got the hold button at the top here, so we can hold the reading. There we go, that's got it at 13.9 centimeters. So you don't need to worry about where you don't have to write anything down. And we also have two memory buttons here, so you get your measurement. 26.6 centimeters. Hit the button for a second. You can see the little M1 flashed up there for a second or two. Now if we press and hold this for a second, there we go. There's your memory back again. So again, you don't need to be writing anything down, and we can actually get two different measurements, two different memories here. So let's try it at 441.4 centimeters, or 414 millimeters. There we go, there's memory 2 popped up. So now we have a long press on memory 2, 414, long press on memory 1, and 26.6. So that's quite handy, then you don't have to write anything down, it's all kept for you. One thing I like about this tape measure, not only have we got the inches and centimetres conversion, so you can have whichever you like, inches or centimetres as we've already seen, but we've got this unusual marking just here. And what does that mean? Well, that is the midway calculation for you. So if you're a bit like myself with numbers, not very good with numbers, you don't need to worry about working out the midpoint of your measurement. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we have a short length of splashback from my kitchen. Stands upright like this here on the worktop. So let us find out how long this actually is. And we'll use the front datum point of the tape measure like so, and we have 50.2 centimeters, as you can see there. So if we give this button here, this one at the bottom here, a push, there we go, you can see it flashing there. 25.1 centimeters is the midpoint. So let's change it to 25.1. So we'll mark that 25.1 just there, and then we will turn the tape measure over like so, measuring from the other end again. It's not far out at all. Okay, so we know this is a 5 metre tape measure. So we can see here we've got, let's take it out to 200 millimeters and lock it off. There we go. That's 20 centimeters or 200 millimeters, and that's exactly what we have on the tape down the bottom here. So let us take the tape all the way out to its 5 meters and see how accurate the reading is on the top, shall we? It's a nice strong blade lock on there, that's for sure. Right, here we go, reaching the end of the tape measure. Let's get it out to 500 millimeters or whatever it is. Oh, lock that off. No, hang on, let's get it locked off. It's a nice strong blade lock on here, there we go. So that's 500 centimeters there, 500.2, so that's not bad at all accuracy wise over that distance of the tape. So it measures quite accurately over a long distance. In the packaging with the tape measure, we get this quite comprehensive, if compact, instructions on how to use it. So it's very easy to learn how to use it. There's not much of a learning curve with it, as you can see. So that's quite handy to have, obviously. But other than that, it's quite a nice little tape measure. It appears to be quite well made. It's quite hefty. We have a very strong pocket clip on the back here. As I say, we have the blade lock. We have the digital readout on the top, which we've seen is quite accurate. We've got 2 memories. We've got hold function. You can change it from inches to centimeters, feet, inches with fractions. You've got a midpoint calculation, which for me is quite handy. And you can see it's made of some very nice plastic too. My only thing with it is it's a bit square. I prefer something a little more ergonomic, but other than that, it's a very solid, well made. There's no creaking going on here. The only creaks you'll get is nice tactile feedback from the switches. I like that. And the tape is nice and firm to pull out, and it snaps back quite nicely too. So overall, oh yes, and what we've got in the bottom here is, before I forget again, we have access to the battery, because this thing runs off of a small little battery. So if we push this little lock in here, push the lock over, and then we can withdraw the little battery. There it is. What do we have here? A CR2032, so they're easily available all over the place, these little fellows. And as I say, it just goes back into the bottom of the tape measure thusly, and we're back in business again. And it looks like it defaults to feet in inches. Okay then, so once again I would like to thank Uptech Instruments for sending out the Koiss 519 digital tape measure, which I think is quite a nice, well-made little tape measure. It has some rather useful features for myself on there. You've got 2 memories, so you don't have to write things down, you don't have to remember the measurements. You've also got the midway marker here, which I think is very useful, because you know, my maths is abysmal to say the least. So something like that is quite handy for myself. You've got a very strong blade lock going on here, nice pocket clip. It's very well made, you can see, for some nice materials. It uses a easily available battery to run the digital readout at the top here. Not quite sure how long that would last, but being LCD, it should last quite a while. And we also have auto power off on this thing as well, so it will shut off after a few minutes of not being used. And that was around about 5 minutes. Around about 5 minutes. So to reactivate it, all you have to do is just pull the tape out and we're off again. You will find all links to Uptech instruments and where you can purchase the tape measure from in the descriptive text down below the video down there. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this nice tape measure here. I think it will give you quite a lot of use. It's got some quite useful features over a standard tape measure, I think, personally. Especially, as I say, the midway is ideal for me, trying to work out halfway along something. It's very useful for somebody like me who's not very good with numbers, etc. But yeah, quite a nice little tape measure. As I say, they are well made. There's no creaking in the construction going on here. You can't hear any creaking, no looseness. It's all very well screwed together. They are made in Korea, not China, so that's probably a bit of a bonus right there. Alright guys, well, thanks for popping over to Rathbone Manor and taking a look at these tape measures here. They're very nice indeed, I quite like them. Thank you to Uptech Instruments. Thank you very much guys for sending them over. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.